in building trust, it's really making sure that you're leading with listening skills. What I like to do with my clients in real estate, whether I'm first connecting with a new seller, a new buyer, a new renter, is I take great care in asking really good questions. It's never about me, it's always about the other person. And I really want to get inside their head. What excites them, what scares them. And obviously you can't just ask someone what scares them, right? So you're kind of poking around to try and ask certain questions or get onto certain topics of conversation over time that allow me to read between the lines in a natural way. Exactly, because no one ever wants to feel like they're being interviewed, right? That's very much the way that I build the rapport with another client, is really leading with them, really understanding what their priorities are, knowing that every person is different. And then from there, I build a strategy and even like a construct for that person by which I'm building around those priorities and filling in the gaps for people, which I think is really the most important part. You kind of find a lot of the time that different personality types will prioritize different things, and different people tend to gravitate towards different facets of the real estate journey. So an example of that is some people are very, very keen from the outset on the aesthetic of a home. They know exactly what they envision and what their home is going to look like, but they have no understanding of how to get there financially. So then what I'm doing, right, is I'm like, okay, you have the aesthetic down. You're going to lead on the aesthetic. What I'm going to do is help build in those gaps and really make sure I'm that economic and financial advisor for you. But on the other side, right, like the opposite end of the spectrum, other people are very financially motivated. It's really leading with the money, the dollars and the cents. Whether it's about their own personal finances or it's about maybe the market and kind of evaluating the market in different ways, people always come with their own opinions and their own thoughts on how to approach that topic, especially the topic of the market and how to value property. I never want to walk in, especially working with like a finance professional. I work with a lot of people in private equity, hedge funds. These are financial people, right? Especially with building trust. I can't, sit in a room with them and tell them that I know better. And in many ways, I don't necessarily know better, but what I can do for them is really help add the layer of perspective, which is me, boots on the ground, doing this every single day, but within a real estate specific capacity. So in a lot of the time in those situations, it becomes a partnership on the financial side. And then you add in the extra layer of building in that missing gap, which a lot of the times is the aesthetic, and making sure people really understand over time what they can get for their money. And then from there, fine tune into what's really most important to them in a home. And then there's a million different things in between.